Alright. What's up, guys? GotDave here. And you know how sometimes, like, when you're out riding around, you gotta take a leak? Yeah, you gotta use the bathroom. You have to be so careful here in California, because if a cop sees you, or I think even if somebody sees you and calls the cops, dude, you get in such big trouble here. And it's one of the laws that I think is totally messed up and totally, like, out of proportion to the crime, and just it makes no sense at all to me. And what it is like, say you get caught, like, I gotta pee, right? So I pull over, I'm pissing in that bush right there, and a cop comes by, okay? He's gonna arrest me for indecent exposure, and then what happens to you, I don't know exactly what you get charged with. I think it's indecent exposure or whatever, but what actually happens to you is they put you on the Megan's Law list, okay? And if you don't know what that is, that's something that we have here in California, and I don't know if it's a nationwide thing or if it's just California. You can go on Megan's Law website and you can look up child predators. That's what it's for. It's for perverts and pedophiles that touch little kids and rape little kids, okay? And if you're pissing in a bush on the side of the road and you get in trouble, you get put on a list with a bunch of sickos that are touching little kids and raping little kids. And you're like, dude, I had to use the bathroom and I pulled over and I was pissing on the side of the road. You know, like, maybe it's indecent exposure because someone sees your junk, you know, someone sees your pecker or whatever. And I understand that, okay? It's like, that's indecent exposure. But it doesn't mean that you're a pedophile. It doesn't mean that you should be put on a list with all these sickos that are trying to rape little kids. You know, that just, to me, is way overboard, dude. And I mean, sure, it's a major deterrent as far as, like, keeping people from just pulling over and pissing on the side of the road. If that's what you're trying to do, it's a major deterrent. You know, it's like, what you're doing is definitely working, because I don't want to pull over and piss on the side of the road for fear I'll get thrown on that list. But honestly, it's just ridiculous. It's way out of proportion for the crime. That is just way out of proportion. So I just figured I'd mention that and give my opinion on that. And I've thought about that before, because there have been times where I've just had to leak so bad, man, and I'm just looking around and I'm like, you know, like, where could I pull over right here? And there's nowhere. You know what I mean? There's absolutely nowhere that I could just, like, stop and take a leak, you know, like, I'd have to hike way back up there, you know, like behind those trees or something, and even then it would be weird, you know? The risk is just not, it's just gnarly, man. It's just out of control. Like, about the time you get thrown on that list for pissing on the side of the road, you would be pissed. You'd be pissed off. So I just figured I'd mention that, just let you know how out of proportion, how stupid I think that is. That's just, to me, that's just a really stupid law. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Peace.